Before we get to the Cubs, though, because your family had started TD Ameritrade, and certainly know a lot about what retail investors are thinking about these days. What are Main Street? You hear so much about Main Street, Wall Street, this type of thing. I mean, what are they most worried about? I mean, did you see any comeback there?
Well, one of the things we saw with our investors that they've been very active as far as their trading all through this downturn, and I think that reflects the fact that people are confident in their abilities to invest on their own and make their own decisions about which companies are going to do well and which companies aren't going to do well.
Right.
Certainly, I think that our investors are concerned about the economy, and frankly, a lot of it is...
Do they see a bottoming from what you're seeing?
I would say that it depends on who you talk to, obviously, but I think some people feel like there's certainly a fair chance we could see a double-dip recession, and so people are being a little concerned about that. Some people are being very cautious. Certainly the deficits we're running up are a big concern for a lot of our investors, and what that means.
Okay.
Where interest rates are going to go is another big concern for a lot of our investors.
Okay. Now, Peter, as I mentioned in the earlier going, that your family bought the Cubs. You're on the board, I understand, right, of the baseball team, and also your brother is the chairman. When those press reports came out in Chicago, they called you everything from Nebraska Cornhuskers family on the farm, buying the Chicago Cubs, to an American success story coming out of a Norman Rockwell painting. What are your plans for the Cubs?
Well, our biggest priority is to win the World Series, because that's something that Cubs fans have gone over a century without. And that's what sports teams are supposed to do, is win the World Series. And we think as a family operation, we're in a unique position to be able to do that, because our focus will be just on the Cubs, and any profits that we get from the team will be reinvested back into the team, improving Wrigley Field. We need to continue to improve the farm system, player development, and so forth.
Are you going to undergo major renovation there at Wrigley Field? I mean, I think it was something like $400 million or something like that.
Well, there's probably not going to be a big $400 million renovation where we close down the stadium. We really can't afford to move out. Okay. What we'll do is we'll take an approach over a number of years where we'll continue to invest millions of dollars, but do it incrementally. Okay. So, for instance, this year, we're improving the women's bathrooms to make it so that there's more of them. There's
I like that.
Less lines, that sort of thing. But also looking at adding some new suites and so forth. So we want to preserve the feel of Wrigley Field. We think it's a great old ballpark. We just want to try and bring it up to the standards of what modern ballparks have.